Hey guys, this is Yao here and you're welcome back to another lesson right here on LEARNAKAN.com. Today I want us to continue with our tenses series. So far we've looked at the simple present tense. Actually we did an introduction to the tenses overall before that one, and then we moved on to the simple present tense and then to the simple past tense. All right, if you missed any of those, please, it is important that you check those out before this one. All right, this is very important. So in our last lesson, which was on the simple past tense, I told you that we form the simple past tense of TWI verbs based on two variables. One is the type of verb that we are dealing with, and then the second one is the environment within which we find the particular verb. So our last one was based off on the environment. We said that if you find a TWI verb and it's being followed directly by an object or an adverbial, then you form its past tense simply by doubling the final letter of that particular verb. All right. And if you don't know what an object or adverbial is, please go back to our previous lesson. Okay, I explained it there, so you can go there. So as a recap, we said that if you find a TWI verb and it's being followed by an object or an adverbial, then you double the final letter to form its past tense. All right, so ko becomes ko, to becomes to, ton becomes ton, okay, D becomes D, and all that. So today I want us to look at an instance where the verb is not being followed by an object or an adverbial. All right, so if you find a TWI verb in a sentence and you find that it's not being followed by an object or an adverbial, how do you form its past tense? That's what we are looking at in today's lesson, coming right up. To form the past tense of a TWI verb that is not being followed by an object or an adverbial, you simply suffix or attach to the end of that particular verb either a or e, and you have its past tense form. That's it. All right. So let me take that again. I'm saying that if you want to form the past tense of a TWI verb that is not being followed by an object or an adverbial, you do so simply by attaching to the end of that particular verb either a or e, and you have the past tense form. So a good question to ask at this point, and I'm sure you are asking that, is can we use any of the two at any point in time? And the answer is no. Okay, so we have a specific environment where we use the a and a specific environment where we use the e. So let's just clear that out of the way and then we'll move on to some examples. All right. So if you have a TWI verb, all right, and it ends in the vowel I or U. Okay, so you have a TWI verb and the final vowel of that particular TWI verb is either I or U. Then you use the e. Okay, so that is the environment where you use the e. Okay, if you have a TWI verb that ends in any other vowel, use the e. Okay, I'll take that again. So I'm saying that if you come by a TWI verb, okay, and that particular TWI verb ends in either I, the vowel I, or the vowel U, then you form its past tense if it's not being followed by an object or an adverbial. Okay, then you form its past tense by attaching to the end of that particular verb e. Okay, but if you find any other TWI verb that ends in any other vowel apart from the I or U, okay, and it's not being followed by an object or an adverbial, then you attach to its end the a to form its past tense. I'm sure it will get clearer as we go through some examples. All right, but before we get to the examples, please note this. The suffixes a and the e that we are using in this case to form the past tense are the full forms. Okay, so these are full forms, but you should know that we are also able to drop the final e in both cases and leave just the a or the e to form same. Okay, so you don't have to use the full a or the full e to form the past tense within this environment. I'm saying that you can also drop the final in both cases and just use the a or the e to form same. Okay, but it's good that you know the full form because that is what you find in standard literatures, okay, mostly. Now let's move to the examples. And just as we did with the previous lessons, we are going to peg each example against same in the present tense form. All right, so before I give you the example sentence in the past tense, I mean what we are covering for today, I'll first give you same but in the present tense form so that you'll be able to, see the difference clearly. All right, so let's start with the first one. We have Kofi didi in the present tense. Okay, Kofi didi, Kofi eats. All right, Kofi didi. So as you can see, the verb here is didi, which is to eat. All right, now please note that we have two forms of the verb to eat in chi. All right, so we have di and then we have didi. All right, and the difference here simply is that if you are going to tell what it is that you eat, then you use di. Okay, so if you want to say, for example, I eat banku, you will use the di and not didi. Okay, so you say mi di banku because you are telling what it is that you eat. Okay, so you say mi di banku, I eat banku. Okay, but if you are not going to tell what it is that you eat, but you are just going to say I eat, for example, then you go with didi. Okay, so you say mi didi, I eat. That's basically the difference. So di is the transitive version and didi is the intransitive version. Okay, so please note the difference. So here we are using the didi, the intransitive version, and we are saying Kofi didi, Kofi eats. All right, now it's not being followed by an object nor an adverbial. We are actually ending on the verb didi. So in the past tense, we just have to attach the right suffix to it. So first you look at the final vowel of the verb, which is e, right? And I told you that if the verb ends in the vowel either e or u, then you attach er to it to form the past tense, if it's not being followed by an object or an adverbial. Very important. So here, if we take it to the past tense, we'll have Kofi didi, Kofi didi, Kofi didi. And I told you you can also drop the final e, and then you have Kofi didi, Kofi didi. Next we have abna sa, abna sa, abna sa, and this is in the present tense. And as you can see, the verb ends in a, which is neither e nor u. And I told you earlier that if the final vowel of the particular verb is neither an e nor an u, okay, then you form its past tense if it's not being followed by an object or an adverbial. That part is very important, okay? If it's not being followed by an object or an adverbial, and the final vowel of that particular verb is neither an e nor an u, then you use either a or you can just drop the e and maintain the e to form its past tense. Okay, so in this case we'll have abna sae, abna sae, abna sae, or you can just drop the e and have abna sae, abna sae. To our next example, we have diano woso in the present tense. Okay, diano woso, diano woso, and woso is to shake. Okay, woso, to shake. And as you can see, the final vowel here is neither an E nor an U. Okay, so to form the past tense here, we will choose the AE version. Okay, or we can drop the E and just use the E. Okay, so in the past tense, we will have Diano wosoye. Diano wosoye. Diano wosoye, or Diano wosoye. Diano wosoye. Let's go to our next example. We have Yejidi. Yejidi in the present tense. Yejidi. Okay? Yejidi. So jidi is the phrasal verb to believe. Okay? And then we have the ye, which is from yen, which is we. So we believe. All right? We believe. Yejidi. So again, the verb here is ending in E. All right? So we will choose the EE or simply E to form its past tense within this environment. All right? So in the past tense, we'll have Yejidiye. 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 Okay? Or Yejidi. Yejidi. Let's look at one more example. In the present tense, we have ama pra. Ama pra. Ama pra, and pra is to sweep. Okay, pra to sweep. So ama pra, ama sweeps. All right. Now in the past tense, as you can see, the verb is ending in a, which is neither an E nor an U. Okay. So within this environment, we'll choose the AE or simply A to form its past tense. So in the past tense, we'll have ama prae. Ama prae. Ama prae, or simply ama prae. Ama prae. Right, so this is where we end today's lesson. Thank you guys once again for watching. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do so before you leave. And please be sure to check out the other lessons, the earlier lessons in the tenses series. They are very important, but they will prove even particularly useful when we get down to forming full complex tree sentences. Okay, so it's very important that you understand each and every one of them. Okay, thank you once again, and I hope to catch you next time. It's bye for now.